Okay, in this video we will discuss on the range of vegetative structures in Phaeophyceae, that is brown algae. Now we have studied earlier about the life cycle of one of the algae which belongs to Phaeophyceae, and that is Ectocarpus. Here that is the example of brown algae. Now, the Phaeophyta, they consist of the most highly evolved type of algae, and all are multicellular. Okay, unlike Chlorophyceae, we had discussed that the vegetative structure, it range from just a simple unicellular cell to multicellular structures such as Chara. But in Phaeophyceae, all the members, they are multicellular and sessile, and they display the highest degree of body differentiation. That means no member is unicellular in Phaeophyceae, or no member is colonial or unbranched filament. Okay, so the simplest type of plant body is represented by a heterotrichous filament such as the Ectocarpus, which shows the highest organization in Chlorophyceae. Okay, the highest organization in Chlorophyceae is the lowest organization in Phaeophyceae. So the highest organization in case of Chlorophyceae such as Chara is actually the lowest or the simplest organization in case of Phaeophyceae, because all the members of Phaeophyceae, they are multicellular and no member is unicellular or colonial or unbranched filament. And heterotrichy has gradually disappeared in the higher types of brown algae such as dictyotils and fucales. Heterotrichy meaning the condition where we see, as in case of Ectocarpus, where the plant body, it consists of a prostrate system and an erect system. So this heterotrichy, it gradually disappeared as we go in higher types of brown algae such as dictyotils and fucales. Now let us take a look at the different vegetative structures that can be seen in brown algae. So the first one here is in the case of Ectocarpus. Now in Ectocarpus, as we had already discussed, that the thallus is differentiated into the prostrate system. Alright, this is the prostrate system and the erect system. So the prostrate system is also referred to as the creeping portion, and the erect system is also called as the projecting portion. Now the prostrate portion is sparingly or irregularly branched, as you can see in this figure. It is irregularly branched and it helps in the attachment to the substratum, okay, by rhizoids. Okay, this is the prostrate system and it helps in the attachment to the substratum by rhizoids. And this upright portion, it consists of a number of branched uniseriate or monosiphonous filaments. You can see uniseriate or monosiphonous meaning single, the cells, they are in a single row. Okay, they are in a single row. You can see a single single cells attached to one another forming a filament. And also you can see branching also occurs. Okay, so this is the type of vegetative structure which can be seen in Ectocarpus. Now in other type of algae such as this one in Dictyota, the thallus is differentiated into a lower cylindrical portion All right, lower cylindrical portion and an upper dichotomously branched flattened portion. You can see these when it reaches the upper part. You can see each of the branches. It is dichotomously branched, divided into two cells here, and these cells will grow and again will divide. So the lower part is cylindrical while the upper part is dichotomously branched and also flattened. Okay, the this upper portion, which is branch dichotomously branch and sorry which is dichotomously branch and also flattened, is referred to as frond. Okay, it is known as frond, frond, frond. And the cylindrical portion, as you can see here, it is attached to the substratum by means of a tuft of rhizoids. Okay, these brown in color, they are the rhizoids which help in the attachment. And the frond is actually composed of three layers of cells. Okay, so this frond here is actually composed of three layers of cells. So this can be seen in case of Dictyota. The next type we have in Mesogloe. Now the Cabal type. Okay, Cabal type is represented in Mesogloe. Here the thallus, it consists of several axial strands like a bundle, and some radial branches, they come out at right angles from the strands. Okay, so the whole structure, it appears like a cabal, okay. Next we can see a multi-septate cabal type, which is represented by this another species, that is Chordaphyllum. So this type is referred to as multi-septate cabal type. Here it is not so clear, but there is septation in the cells, and the thallus is formed by many compact filaments. Actually, there is no parenchyma, but pseudoparenchyma is present in Chordaphyllum. Next, we have Desmarestia. Okay, in this species, Desmarestia, and in this another species, Arthrocladia. So in both of these species, the plant body is corticated type. Okay, so these two species, they represent corticated type of thallus differentiation. Here you can see that in the lower region of the plant body, the lateral branches, they will become rhizoidal. Okay, and they will coil around the main axis to form a compact pseudoparenchymatous cortex. Okay, so they will coil around the main axis and they will form a compact pseudoparenchymatous cortex around the main axis. Now, in truly parenchymatous form, the thalli, they are leaf-like or laminate. Wait, I'll show you here in this other type of algae. You can see here this is a truly parenchymatous form. So in truly parenchymatous form, the thalli, they are leaf-like. Here you can see these are the thalli. They are leaf-like or laminate and truly parenchymatous, as in the case of Punctaria. And the members of laminarials and fucales, they possess improved type of parenchyma in them. So in case of fucales, the plant body, it consists of a fork-like, you can see here, a fork-like flattened band-shaped upper part known as the blade. So this upper part here is known as the blade, and a more or less cylindrical lower. So in the lower region, the plant body is cylindrical, whereas the upper part is just like a flattened fork structure okay, band-shaped structure known as the blade. And in case of this another species, that is Sargassum. Okay, in case of Sargassum, the plant body, it consists of a central axis. Okay, so the plant body, it consists of a central axis from which arise these lateral branches, and which may be flattened in vertical plane. You can see they are flattened in vertical plane and they look just like leaves. Okay, so the thallus is also furnished with these small round structure. These are nothing but they are bladders. Okay, they are known as air bladders. And also a section through the thallus, if you take a look at the section through the thallus, it will show a different layers such as medulla, cortex and epidermal layers. Okay, so if you take a TS section of the thallus, three layers can be seen such as the medulla, the cortex and the epidermal layer. And in case of laminarials, here, in case of laminarials, the laminarials, they show much greater morphological and anatomical differentiation. Okay, so the sporophytes, okay, the plant body are differentiated into two main regions. These are this one here, the lower part, that is the cylindrical stipe. Okay, the cylindrical stipe and flattened body. Okay, the flattened blade or lamina. So this is known as the blade or lamina, which is flattened, and this is known as the stipe, okay, which is cylindrical. And the base of the stipe, you can see it gives rise to a branched holdfast, just like a rhizoids here in the lower portion. That is the branch holdfast, which helps in the attachment. And the smallest plant body in case of laminarials, it usually reaches a meter, while the largest may attain up to 60 centimeter in length. Now we have another type here, that is the Lawsonia flavicans. Lawsonia flavicans, it actually bears resemblance to miniature trees. Okay, so they resemble the miniature trees, and they also has thick stipe known as the blade. This is the stipe, the lower portion here. The stipe is very thick and also flexible, bearing at its apex a crown of blades or laminae. These are known as the blades, okay, or laminae. You can see this type here is very thick, and this is the crown of blades or laminae. And it is also anchored by a much branched holdfast. So the holdfast here is very much branched. That is why it looks just like a tree. And next we have the the length of this Lawsonia flavicans, it usually reaches up to 4 meter in height. Next we have the sea palm. All right, the sea palm known as Postelsia palmiformis. Okay, Postelsia palmiformis. It resembles the appearance of palm trees. They look just like palm trees, and the plant body, it consists of the plant body is composed of short, thick, and also flexible stipe. Okay, bearing at its apex a crown of blades, just like the Lawsonia flavicans. This also, it bears a crown of blades at its apex, and it is anchored again by a much branched holdfast. So the holdfast is very much branched. Okay, and the next type we have this one, the Macrocystis. Now, the plant body of Macrocystis is usually 30 to 50 centimeters long, and it has a dichotomously branched holdfast. So the holdfast in Macrocystis is dichotomously branched, and it also has a stipe and a large leaf blades. You can see these leaf blades here, they are very large. Also, what are these? You can see here they are nothing but they are the air bladders, okay, gas bladders. So the leaf blade, at the base of the leaf blades, they have gas bladders, and this is the longest known giant kelp. Next we have another similar type, that is Nervio Sisters. Now the plant body of this another species of brown algae, Nervio Sisters, it can reach up to 20 to 25 meters long, and they consist of a haptera, okay, a stipe, and a terminal large gas bladder having many blades on it. You can see they have a large gas bladder with many blades coming out from this bladder. The difference between this and this one, you can see that each, at the base of each blades there presents a gas bladder, but in this case, in a single large gas bladder, okay, a terminal large gas bladder, many blades are arise, okay, arise from this gas bladder. They are attached to this gas bladder. So these are the different vegetative structures that can be seen in a brown algae, that is Phaeophyceae. So in the next video we will discuss on the range of reproductive structures in Phaeophyceae.